You are watching Miss President.
Welcome to Catholic University of East Africa here in Karen, Nairobi, Kenya. We are here for the Miss President Season 2 grand finale. But first, let's have a look at the journey so far, from beginning to date.
Six talented, strong, and smart women stood in front of a nation, facing moderators, fielding questions, sharing their wisdom, and asking the nation to vote for them. They stand in front of you again today. How did they get here?
Miss President Season 2!
It all began many months ago when a rallying call went out to the women of Kenya. Did they have what it took to be Kenya's next Miss President? 750 women said yes and sent in their applications. 350 of them were shortlisted, and 50 of them stepped into the academy.
Formed your political parties. Some of you are disqualified. Some of you were sent home.
They then went through an intensive series of trainings ranging from formation of a government, national security, food security, devolution. And along the way, they were tested and tried by the formidable trio of judges who decided not only if their work was up to par, but also decided if they were staying in the academy.
We will let you go home.
And week after week, they got praise.
You are very articulate. Well done.
They got criticism.
Imagine if 20, 30, 50 years, we only have the ambassador to Tanzania is from the coastal region. What do you think people will think?
And even got close to leaving the academy.
Should we be looking for top 5, or should we just be content with top 4?
And as others went, the cohort got smaller and smaller, and the work got harder and harder. And at the end of it all, 6 women remained standing. The top 6 showed us their campaign mettle, then took us back to their home counties to show the nation who they were, who supports them, and what inspires them in a quest to inspire you to throw your support toward them. Then finally, they faced the nation, live, unscripted, uncensored, unrattled, all in a quest to show that they deserved your vote for them as the ultimate Miss President.
I want to ask you for your vote. If you give me your vote, you will never be disappointed.
I have always had a voice.
All the voices matter. All women are capable
To take this country to the next level.
Today, we will get the answer to the question, who will win Miss President Season 2? Is it Angel, Bina, Frida, Milka, Nuru, or Pauline? Brace yourself. It's a dramatic conclusion to this extraordinary journey as we unveil the next ultimate Miss President.
Well, last week we had the great debate, and now this is the grand finale of Miss President Season 2. Now, I know you know them by name. Some of you know them on a personal level. Some of you, they're only household names because of you watching television. But here they are with us, the final 6 contestants of Miss President Season 2, starting off with Miss President, Kiambu County, Angel Mbuthia. And she will be joined by Miss President, Nairobi County, Bina Maseno. And Bina will be joined by Miss President, Embu County, Dr. Frida Karani. And Frida will be joined by Miss President, Taita Taveta County, Milka Riga. And Milka will be joined by Miss President, Kwale County, Nuru Mohammed. And to crown it all will be Miss President Siaya County, Pauline Onguko. Now, as the Miss Presidents take their place, I would like us to acknowledge the producers of Miss President Season 2. This, of course, is Media Focus on Africa and Dreamcatcher Productions for their bold, visionary, and basically pioneering programming for Miss President Season 2. And we wish and we hope that there'll be more seasons to come as we search for Kenya's first female president. Also, we'd like to thank the contestants and the people who've been following them from start until now. They've had loyal support, and people have come from far and wide, and some of you are here in the audience tonight. Then also, we'd like to give a very, very special thanks to all the people who have made this programming possible, especially the Canadian High Commission, through UN Women, and also the European Union. And now, I would like very much to welcome all the Miss Presidents from Season 1 and Season 2 who are here and who are at home, and also to welcome the Country Director of Media Focus on Africa, Mr. Harrison Manga, to please grace us with his presence on stage and give us a few words. Mr. Harrison Manga, please, welcome.
Thank you. Good evening. Our special guests, our friends from the Canadian High Commission, represented by Ms. Janine Coker, thank you. Our friends from the European Union, represented by Deputy Ambassador Katrin, thank you. Madam Anna from UN Women, thank you. And our chief guest, Dr. Joyce, thank you. I want to use the words of an American poet, Muriel Strode. She said that we shouldn't go where the path may lead, but instead, we should go where there is no path and leave a trail. For us as Media Focus on Africa with Miss President, that is exactly what we have sought to do. We have had various reality TV formats on our screens, but we had never had one that focused on women in leadership until Miss President happened. Miss President has given us the opportunity to show to Kenya that we have an abundance of very capable and competent women leaders. As we take them through the academy with the challenges and the tasks that they're subjected to, and which we all watch them undertake on TV, we have actually shown Kenyans that the presidency is not a walk in the park, and it requires serious capability to do it, and that the women of Kenya actually possess that capacity. They have benefited from the knowledge and the wisdom of very competent and qualified trainers and judges, some of who are the best in their own fields. And now we are very confident that the cohort of Miss President Season 2 are ready, are equipped, and are raring to go to take on the leadership challenge and provide the leadership that our society and our nation needs. And that now, through the enhanced visibility and profile that they have obtained through the show, we also have a new set of role models for our young girls and women in Kenya. I want to say that the next phase will involve us taking this conversation to 7 specific locations across the country to talk about women and leadership. And the content that we have put together through this show will make that engagement very fruitful and useful. I want to thank our partners in this process, Dreamcatcher. I want to thank Standard Group. I want to thank Viva Africa Consulting. And of course, I want to thank the government of Canada. I want to thank the European Union. I want to thank UN Women who have made the financial contributions that have made this possible. I want to end by again revisiting the words of Muriel Strode. So in 2019, we left a trail of 70 capable women. Out of that trail, 2 members are sitting in the National Assembly. Out of that trail, there is a member of the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee. Out of that trail, we have an immediate former Chief Administrative Secretary. So the question goes, what about the trail we're leaving behind in 2022? Might this be the ultimate trail? Might Kenya's first ever female head of state come out of this trail? Thank you.
And next, we have a gentleman from KTN to give us a bit of a word regarding Miss President Season 2.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening.
Evening.
My name is Laban Clay Fonserio, the Chief of Staff in the Office of the CEO. I represent my boss here tonight. And before I go on to read his speech, I want to really appreciate all contestants and all the beautiful ladies right here. So I need you all to please give them a round of applause. I say so with great nostalgia because a few years back, I actually had the privilege of working for the former president, and this was right at the President's Delivery Unit. So seeing you all here and seeing, of course, the contestants, I can only see the potential of some of you, if not all of you, making it to State House in a few years to come. So please, if you believe that, appreciate yourselves. It's great to see the leadership we have, and I can only imagine the inspiration that we're going to get in a few years as well. So I'll go right ahead and recognize the protocols. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Standard Group, the Group CEO, Mr. Orlando Lyomu, I would like to thank you all for gracing this award ceremony. More so, I'd like to acknowledge and thank Madam Janine Coker, who's the head of cooperation at the Canadian High Commission. I'll also want to appreciate and thank Madam Katrine Hedgeman, who's the deputy head of delegation at the European Union. Dr. Joyce Mutinda, the NGEC chairperson, Madam Anne Mutavati from the UN Women Country Representative. I also have Mburugu Gikunda, the executive producer, and also Mr. Harrison Manga, the country director. We want to thank you all for the support that you've bestowed upon this project, not only to KTN Home, which of course we are live on the platform and on our digital platforms, but of course across all our Standard Group's 360 media platforms. It's a great honor to host the show on the KTN Home platform. This is for about 20 weeks, which we have done. And also as a media house, we are committed to amplify the gender agenda, as well as bring to the forefront the women leadership skills, knowledge, and winnings as well. I'd like to thank you all, and I want to congratulate our contestants, and of course the winner as well, as will be announced. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and have a good evening.
I would now like to welcome one of our key trainers and governance experts, Mr. Kevin Osido, to give us a word.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Hamujambo. So first and foremost, to our chief guest for the evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the trainers of Miss President Season 2, I wish to indicate, confirm and affirm that the ladies that we present to you this evening have met the criteria, the expectation, and indeed the desire from the trainers of what was expected of them to be able to deal with our local challenges with global lenses, focusing on innovation, not just for the challenges for tomorrow, but indeed beginning with the issues that the citizens of Kenya face today. Those concerns are green, clean, and clear in the eyes of Miss Presidents that we present to you this evening. The trainers performed their tasks with magnanimity, of attention, and indeed seriousness. From these wonderful ladies and those who did not make it to the top 6, we saw precision, we saw resilience, we saw them sharing their experiences based on their backgrounds. We saw them coming up with simple solutions to our technical problems, so simplicity. We saw the highest degree of intelligence from Kenyans. They presented high levels of dignity, execution, and even in as much as this is a competition, they indeed presented themselves with neutrality of acceptance of each other and shared the solutions with technicalities of the tasks that were presented to them. Ladies and gentlemen, you notice that I've just spelled the words Miss President using those letters. We have seen and interacted with very strong women that we present to you here today. The question, therefore, that begs is, are we ready for Miss President? Is Kenya ready for a woman president? Are you ready? Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. And now, I would like to welcome our Chief Judge, Zippy Okoth.
Ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, good evening. On behalf of the judges, Judge Michael Onyango and Jerry Kiraini, we'd like to say it was such an honor to be at the pivot of selecting the next Kenyan female president. And as we give you the top 5, we'd like to say that it's notable that the Miss President, it's not just a show, but a reality that has shaped the politics and leadership of Kenyan politics. Our previous contestants, the top 6, are currently in positions of government and in the private sector in ways that make us proud. And beyond that, we also have the top 50 from the last season that are holding very high positions. We have Nerea Amondi, Renee Mayaka, Lynette Mavu, Betty Adera, Waruguru Wakiai, and Muher Mohammed, some of whom are nominated MPs. We'd like to say the second season presented us with powerful, young, youthful, dynamic, and very vibrant young people who gave us their energy, they gave us insights, and they gave us very strong opinions on leadership and on the Miss President. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to say that are we ready? Are we ready for strong female leadership? And are women ready to take up the positions of leadership in Kenya and in Africa? I believe women have always led. The difference is our stories are never told, just like in the Bible. But the Miss President show has given us all opportunities to tell the African women leaders' story. And we want to say, if we don't tell those stories, the next generation of women will never know how to lead. So ladies and gentlemen, let's keep telling strong female leaders' stories. Thank you.
Judge Zippy, I understand that we have a very special guest in the audience today from season 1, and I would kindly request you to introduce her.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, that's such an honor, Chris. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you the winner, Miss President Season 1. It's not been easy for us, for them who got the Miss President titles, but we want to say they've made us proud in their journey. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call Miss President Season 1, Homa Bay County, Nerea Amondi. Kindly clap for her.
Oh, what a night. Isn't it a lovely evening? Isn't it a lovely evening? Isn't it a lovely evening? Yes, it is. And to the Deputy Head of Delegation of the European Union, and also the Head of Cooperation, Canadian High Commission, on behalf of Miss President Season 1 finalists, that is a class of 2019, I would like to join you in celebrating the 50 women that have walked this journey, class of 2022. It is no mean feat. I'd also like to celebrate the 6 women who are left standing, and we will be crowning the ultimate Miss President tonight. But the reality of leadership out there is not the same as the academy. You have to be decisive, you have to be effective, you have to be precise with what you want. So as you walk out of here tonight, a whole new world awaits you. I'd like to thank you for your commitment in staying the course. We have a journey. We have to deliver the women agenda. So even as we crown this class, we still do not have enough women in the limelight. And the spotlight is big enough for all of us. Women, it is big enough for all of us. We need more. We need a season 3 of Miss President. I look forward to it, by the way. And so to the finalists, I looked for so many words to describe the 6 of you. And I tried. The audacious angel, the brilliant Bina, the focused Frida, the meticulous Melka, and the notable Nuru. You can't miss that woman. And finally, the pragmatic Pauline, all the way from Siaya County. I celebrate all of you. The ultimate winner is going to be first among equals. We need you out there because there isn't enough of us to make the difference that we want. So as I finish, and as we wait for the ultimate Miss President, I think the one thing that I like to do is to rally the women and say, Viva women power, viva! Viva! Viva women power, viva! Viva! Thank you very much and have a lovely evening.
Thank you very much, Nerea, Miss President Season 1. And as Viva African Consulting continues to get ready to tell us what we never really know, but we shall know, we're going to go to a commercial break. But remember, stay tuned and come right back to Miss President Season 2, the grand finale. Welcome back to Miss President Season 2, the grand finale. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are very privileged and honored to have among us tonight the country representative of UN Women, Miss Anna Mutabati.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, so it is an honor for me to be here today, this evening, to celebrate the women of Kenya, and particularly the finalists of the Miss President reality show Season 2. It is a remarkable day as we observe the significant progress that is being made by women in the political process and spaces in Kenya. I'm equally honored to be here in the presence of our partners, Canada and the EU, who have made this project possible. A special thanks to our partners, Media Focus on Africa, for ably organizing and leading this show into its second season. Ladies and gentlemen, after successfully producing and airing Miss President Season 1, UN Women partnered with Media Focus on Africa for a bigger and better season of the show, an edutainment and thought-provoking reality show that demonstrates to Kenya and indeed the whole world the capacity and ability of women to lead. The Miss President Season 2 could not have come at a better time, as women's leadership is gaining currency and momentum in Kenya, and we are having more women taking up their place in political leadership positions. The 2022 elections was particularly significant for women's leadership in Kenya, with a record number of women in positions of governor, deputy governors, members of parliament, senate, and MCAs. However, despite these significant gains, political representation across the board remains heavily skewed in favor of men. For example, at the county level, only 115 women were elected as members of the county assemblies, MCAs, out of the 1,450 elective MCA seats. So only 115 women were elected out of over 1,000 elective MCA seats. And the number of elected women senators remained unchanged at only 3 from 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, why is this important? Democracy will only be achieved if public policy and decision-making are inclusive and representative, with equal participation of men and women. We all know that public and political life in Kenya has been characterized by low participation of women in politics and in decision-making, and even going below the constitutional thresholds of not more than 2/3. As we seek to achieve the 2/3 gender rule in Kenya, we need to start by bringing in as many women as possible, beyond 30%, into the political arena. This is why Miss President is very significant, as it helps to build a large pool of women leaders who lead the country, not only in politics, but in all walks of life. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miss President Season 2 is one of UN Women's programs in Kenya, and its screening during an electoral year provided a unique opportunity to promote women's leadership and encourage Kenyans to support women's representation in the various positions that were going through the elections. The Miss President TV show, produced and broadcast on KTN, has reached an approximate 1.1 million viewers every week, and the Miss President radio shows have reached approximately 3.5 million listeners via 8 radio stations. It is encouraging to know that 10 contestants from Miss President Season 1 and 5 contestants from Miss President Season 2 vied for the August 2022 general elections in Kenya. Further, 2 contestants from season 1 have been nominated as members of the National Assembly. These are significant results of the show and evidence that investing in women's leadership does bear fruit. Now, as I end, let me directly address the contestants. I would like to thank you all for competing. We are very proud of you, and to us, you are evidence that women can be anything that they set their eyes to be. You have created networks. Please continue to build on them and use them. You showed the whole world that youth and women can lead, and it is our time to lead. You are our ambassadors out there. We are extremely proud of you. Continue to engage, continue to expand the space for other women to engage and lead. Continue to mentor other young women that you come across in your lives. Stay connected, and you go on and just go on and conquer the world. The world is waiting for you. So thank you again for stepping up and just declaring that this space is for us and it is our time because we are Generation Equality. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Anna Mutawati, country representative for UN Women. And coming up next is the Deputy Head of the European Union Delegation, Madam Katrine Hagman. Please, welcome.
Good evening. Good evening. There we go. My name is Katrine Hagemann. I'm the Deputy Head of Delegation of the European Union here in Kenya. I've been here, this is my 4th year, so I just missed the first season, but I have been here in time for the 2nd season. I was here from the start of the Academy, and I was here again last week for the debates, and wow, what a performance. Congratulations to all of you. You have been fantastic. So really, so much talent here that I saw last time, but also to all of the participants of season 2. You have really taken this to the next level. You have taken your opportunities, you've shown your talent, and you've used this to put forward your issues and brought them to the table. So congratulations to all of you for what you have done and what you have achieved so far. And we know from season 1 that there's so much more ahead for all of you. You have seen that season 1 has produced some fantastic talent, both in Parliament, in the new Parliament, in the cabinet of the former cabinet. And you're going out there to bring forward your issues and make the most of it. So please take this opportunity, because that's what it is. It does not end here. It does not end tonight. Go and make the most of it. Use what you've learned and bring it to the next level. Thank you to all of you for making this show so great. Thank you to the Canadian High Commission, who has been the major sponsor this time round. Thank you to Media Focus for having had that idea in the first place and bringing it to such a fantastic show. And thank you to the audience for being the audience here in the room, but really also the audience on TV. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing where this ends tonight. You've all been fantastic contestants, and I'm very, very curious to hear who will be the winner tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And on behalf of the Canadian High Commissioner, His Excellency Christopher Thornley, we have a lady from the Canadian High Commission who is the head of cooperation, and her name is Janine Hawker. Please welcome her. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jumbo, and good evening to all. I'm so excited to be here today and to support you, the remaining contestants. I know we've met several times before. The past contestants and the Miss President show as we finalize the end of this very exciting journey. From this crowd, from the buzz, from the excitement, I know this show has moved the dial forward on gender equality in Kenya. Firstly, I want to congratulate the entire team, contestants, judges, trainers, and crew that have set the show up and kept it running for 20 weeks. I know it's been a very long journey for us all, but I know it's really been worth it. At the beginning of our journey, we talked about how empowering women to participate fully in decision-making is not only good for women and their families, it's also really essential for a thriving country. And that a nation's competitiveness depends significantly on how it educates and utilizes its female talent. And we know that from evidence that when women and girls are given equal opportunities to succeed, they are powerful agents of change, driving stronger economic growth, encouraging greater peace, and improving the quality of everybody's life. And again, I think you all know this, but this is why Canada is supporting you and programs like this. We know the importance of the full participation of women in political decision-making, and we are committed to helping improve opportunities for women. And in fact, we have a whole feminist policy says that we must work to reduce barriers for all women that face barriers in equal rights and opportunities. The tenets of Miss President embodies our policy, but it also embodies global policies like the Sustainable Development Goals, as well as the Kenyan Constitution, Articles 27 and 81. And women, we know, are, yes, they're still underrepresented. Even as voters, as candidates, elected representatives, or electoral administrators. And we know that this comes from a lot of different kinds of barriers, which we've talked about on this show and elsewhere. And what's exciting is that this show actually challenged those barriers. And in particular, and I think I talked about this at the beginning, it challenged one particular barrier, which is gender stereotypes. And I want to really thank Media Focus on Africa for playing a role in challenging these stereotypes in all aspects of this production, from sensitive camera angles to asking important and realistic questions to supporting women and to providing a forum for women's voices. It's been a great platform and a national platform, and it's presented an opportunity for contestants to build a national profile that will stand them in good stead for their career in public service or private sector, or whatever they want to choose. And as we've talked about earlier, this is evidence from the previous Miss President candidates. And I think predominantly, and what I'm most proud of, is that the show brought into focus the incredibly talented, smart, capable, and yes, very fierce women that make up half of Kenyan's population. It helped to normalize women's leadership, and it demonstrated why it's necessary for Kenya's development. The show really also helped put gender equality, this conversation, on the agenda during the height of the 22 elections and in the immediate period after the elections, and it prepared women for leadership. And I know the Academy was a big part of that, so thank you to all who participated in that. And now, through all of its 20 episodes, Miss President has showcased the potential women candidates from across the country. It has highlighted women as active agents of change in bringing about a unified and peaceful Kenya. And it has challenged all of us, all of our social norms about women's leadership in this Kenyan society. So today we're celebrating the winners of the show, and not just the final winner of the show, but all candidates who were brave enough to participate, who demonstrated their leadership and showed us all that she can lead. Asante sana. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And now you've had them calling all the shots as the judge, jury, and executioner. That is, of course, Judge Zipio Koth, Judge Jerry Kireni and Judge Michael Onyango. But now, the choice is actually up to you to make the final decision. So, I am now going to actually be able to call and welcome the chair of the Gender and Equality Commission, Dr. Joyce Mutinda, on stage, as Viva Africa Consulting continues to ensure that we will get to know what we never really know until you know. Dr. Mutinda?
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm very, very proud because I see leadership moving from where it has been domiciled to where we did not expect it. All protocols observed, let me recognize the presence among us of the UN Women Country Representative, the Canadian Embassy, we also have the EU, and we have our judges. We also have our special guests for today, the contestants. One of them is going to be the winner, and another one, number 2. So we are so expectant about this. Now, we as the National Gender and Equality Commission are proud because our mandate is to ensure gender equality and non-discrimination in this country. We take care of special interest groups, which include women. And today, women, one of my special interest groups, is the focus of Miss President. I was there as we launched the season 2, and I've interacted with the graduates of season 1, and I must confess, they are making a great impact in this country. I don't intend to make a speech, but allow me to congratulate Media Focus for what they are doing. Unknown to them, they are developing very special skills among the women. Whether the women are young or old, it doesn't matter, as long as they get the leadership skills. This enables me to carry on with this mandate of gender equality and call upon everyone to look at Article 27 of the Kenya Constitution 2010, which says you cannot discriminate. And therefore, when I am asked for people who are going to be in parliament or in leadership at the local level, that is our county assemblies, I have a big basket from where to pick, particularly when it comes to nominations. But ladies, I don't want us just to go for nominations. Time has come when we get the president, a lady president in this country. Are we ready for that? I want to call upon everyone in this country to live that dream. Let us have the first lady president in this country. It has happened everywhere around us. Look at Tanzania, look at Ethiopia. What about in Europe? It is happening. So why not Kenya? Let us make this the dream. The next elections, let us get a lady president. Please, ladies, clap for yourselves. And talk to your daughters, your nieces, and everyone, including the men, to support the women. I know we have very limited time. Let me congratulate the contestants, and we wait for that moment when we see what they can do. And before we leave this place, let us talk the story of 2/3 representation, both at the National Assembly and at the Senate. Because at the county levels, that one has been taken care of by Article 177 of our Constitution because of the nominations. Please let us be ready so that at least not only 2/3, but what His Excellency the President promised us, 50%. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Daktari. And now, Vivo Africa Consulting, please. The time is finally here. Viva African Consulting.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All protocols observed. My name is Gladys Ngugi. Tonight, I represent Viva Africa Consulting, which is a firm tasked with the validation of the votes cast for the winner of the second season of the Miss President competition. The voting began at midnight on Tuesday, 8th November, and closed at midnight Wednesday, 16th November 2022. The total votes that were cast were 165,960 votes, and the valid votes were 137,858 votes. The winner has garnered a total of 34,514 votes, which is equivalent to 25.04% of the total valid votes cast. The first runners-up garnered a total of 34,012 votes, which is equivalent to 24.67% of the total valid votes cast. The second runners-up garnered a total of 27,069 votes, which is equivalent to 19.64% of the total valid votes cast. Without further ado, I hereby confirm that we are satisfied with the voting process and are pleased to hand over the results to the Masters of Ceremonies for the announcement of the winner. Thank you.
Okay, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been given an envelope that is only marked. I'm trying to read, you know I have glasses. I don't know what is written here, but it seems to have number 3 written twice on that envelope. It's not a brown envelope, it's a white envelope. And I'm trying to breathe normally. It's not possible. When you are given this number, you try to read and ladies and gentlemen, I want to announce the lady who got the 3rd position, and her name is I'm trying to read. Her name is Milka Riga.
Milka Riga, Miss President, Taita Taveta County, number 3.
I'm still in shock, but you know when you are given, you don't know what is inside. Congratulations, Milka. It was no mean achievement. I'm told Milka comes from Taita Taveta County, the place where our governor is Honorable His Excellency Mwadime. And today we even have the Deputy Speaker. You should have applauded more. That's a Deputy Speaker, Taita Taveta. Thank you and congratulations. Let's go to the next person. This one, I don't know. This is number 2. And number 2, now my eyes are very steady. And number 2 is none other than Bina Maseno.
Bina Maseno, Miss President, Nairobi County.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And the moment you are waiting for has just arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to read the longest letter that I have this evening. It is signed, and our winner today, the person the public voted for, and the contestant that got the highest number of votes, and the votes were 34,514 votes, which represent 25.04% of the total valid votes. And the winner is, can you guess? I am the only one allowed to announce, and the winner is Angel Budia.
And Angel Budhia from Kiambu County is Miss President Season 2. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Miss President Season 2 is Angel Budhia from Kiambu County. And now, you know. Thank you very much for joining us from home and here in the auditorium, Catholic University, Eastern Africa, Nairobi, Kenya.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Hello, hello.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yes.
I think you have seen what the men of this country are capable of doing. We have seen the support that the men have given our angel, and I hope this support will be translated into us giving the women of this country, the ladies that have the leadership skills, the leadership positions, not only in government, but also in the private sector. I know they have the skills to ask for those positions. Men, let us get up and about, including the 2/3. Let's go to 50%. Thank you and God bless you all.
And now we have Miss President Season 2, Angel Budhia from Kiambu County. We would like to thank all of you watching at home, all of you watching here from the auditorium, and all of you who supported Miss President Season 1, Season 2. And remember, this is the only show on television where you never really know. And now, you know. There are six contestants here, so it's only right and it's only fair that each of them gets to give a vote of thanks. And of course, I will start with Miss President Season 2, Kiambu County, Angel Budhia.
Thank you. I love you too. You did your part, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so grateful. This is a stunning moment for me. And I would like really to send a very big special thank you to the dream team led by my very able running mate, Valentine Chepkoech, and for leading that team together with the former Miss President contestants, that's Madina, Nancy. I mean, it has been an amazing working around the clock, making this happen. And my friends who've been calling me all the time, Janet, former PS Water, Joseph Irungu. I mean, oh my goodness. And Irene Candy Mamayao, Lucy, Daphne. I am loyal, Rene Mayaka Mweshimiwa. I mean, I saw her on this podium in 2018, and she was debating issues together with Miss Nerea. And I think it was just that moment I knew this is what I wanted. And to the comrades fraternity. Comrades Zagaza. Oh my goodness. I think it's been a long journey, and I think that's one thing that I celebrate about the power of education. Once you have a boy, you have a girl who steps foot in a university, in an institution of higher learning, then there's so much possibilities that can come from that. And that's one thing I champion for this country, that every boy and girl from whatever part of this country must have access to education. Because it is because of education that I stand here before you, that I'm able to speak to you, that I'm able to think about the national issues of this country that keep me up at night. And that has culminated to this moment where I get to see all of you and to celebrate all of you. And one thing you need to understand and you need to know about Miss President, it is about pushing the gender equality conversation in Kenya. I have been honored to be in the academy with amazing, brilliant women from across this country with different backgrounds, and I've been able to learn from them immensely. And one thing I'd like to say is that they are the ones who have pushed me to this level. Because in every presentation they made, they always asked me to represent them, even when I wanted to take a back seat. So they pushed me a lot, and I gave my best. I gave my mind, my thoughts, my guidance in the best way I know how to. And I thank God that it has come to this level. As Miss President, I will really champion the issues of this country, from gender to food security to foreign policy, things that I know best. Expect a working and thriving Miss President office of Season 2. Thank you very much.
Miss President, Nairobi County, Bina Maseno.
Thank you so much. It's a beautiful evening, and I want to thank the Almighty God for the gift of life. I want to thank God for the gift of health, and I want to thank God for His favor and for the community that has come here today, and even those who did not make it here today. You know, they say it takes a village to actually nurture a leader. And for me, just seeing part of that village here today, the women, the men, thank you. Yani, it warms my heart. And I just want to say thank you. I just want to tell each and every person here who voted for all of us, the 6 contestants, you did not waste your vote. You did not waste your vote, because you believed in us. And let me tell you, we live in very challenging times currently. And for me, your vote, you trusting us with your vote, means we have to get to work. So for me, my special thanks goes to my secretariat, thank you so much. My church community, thank you so much. The women, the Chama women from the informal settlement, thank you so much. My friends, the women and girls from the university, thank you so much. If there's one thing this academy has taught me, this Miss President's journey has taught me, is the beauty of investing in people. That people are your greatest resource. People are your greatest resource. And for me, given the challenging times we are living in right now, from tomorrow, your vote means we get down to work. So, as I reflect on this night to the Badili Africa family, thank you so much. Team Madare, to the Shofco family, thank you so much to the Shofco family, and to each and every person who's invested in this campaign. I shall be reaching out because there's so much for us to do, and to partner as well. Thank you so much.
And next, I'm going to call upon Miss President, Embu County, Dr. Frida Karani.
Thank you so much. First, I give my congratulations to Angel Mbudia for being our Miss President. To the two runners-up, Bina and Milka, congratulations. We are proud of you, or do I say I'm proud of you, and I will support you in everything that you need my support in. Today, when I look at this room, I want to tell the men, look at how Parliament might look a few years to come. Women, we are determined to be in the 2/3, and we are going to be considering you for nominations to fill the 1/3. And I feel very proud when I hear the cheers coming from the women. So men, we are not threatening you, don't be so cold. We are just giving you a polite notice. Let me say, I just want to thank my team that is here, the Secretariat, led by our chair, Annabelle. Kindly, if you're here, my team, just wave. And we fought a good fight, but we have to accept that there has to be only one Miss President. I also want to thank my team in Embu. Interestingly enough, I had about 2,000 men supporting me, and I want to acknowledge them, because when men support a woman, then it means the change that we want is happening. Also, the women and the youth that supported me, I want to say I'm very, very grateful for that support that they gave us. I want to finish in the next 30 seconds by just making a call to all of us in this room, because we are here now and we are here today. It is raining. Kindly plant a tree. And plant a tree that can withstand drought in case the rains are short. I always champion for climate action, and a tree is the smallest thing that we can do. Number 2, the issue of labor and women migrants. Every now and then we are receiving women from different countries who've gone to work out, to go and work out there, and they come back. I think you know the story, don't we? Can we, in our conversations, ensure that we talk about what can be done to our migrant workers? Because when I look at the people who come back to Kenya, injured or, God forbid, having lost their lives, it's women. And I ask myself, are there no men working in the Gulf? So women, we need to take up that responsibility and be a voice to ensure that migration work is safe for all of us. Otherwise, it is not my day per se, so I want to stop there and say that we are going to be coming, knocking on each of your doors, especially our donors. Kindly don't finish with Miss President. We are going to start working, like the Miss Presidents have said, and the first door to knock will be that of your parent, and you are our parents. So when we come knocking, kindly open the door so that work begins for our Miss President and our runners-up, and us by extension. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Miss President, Taita Taveta County, Milka Riga.
Wow. I'm honestly very overjoyed. Let me first of all pay tribute to my late dad, the man whose surname, Riga, I carry today. He left us 2 years ago, this same month, and he's the reason why I'm wearing a black fascinator tonight. And the reason is because he brought me up to be a strong woman, to be a woman who goes for it, to be a woman who is not limited by circumstances. And when I say that, I stand here in cognizance of the fact that among the 6 ladies that we have been, I actually come from the county with the smallest population of 350,000 people. And the fact that we've actually made it to number 3 gives me hope. Gives me hope that it does not matter where you come from. And it also gives me hope that the trends of voting in Kenya might actually just be changing. That it's no longer about your community, it's no longer about your tribe, it's no longer about where you come from and how many you are, but it's about what you carry and what vision you have for the people. And this night, I have my daughter here, Chichi. Kindly just stand. She's a little girl. Oh my goodness. You can sit down. She is one of my motivating forces. And I kept asking myself throughout this program that I have someone who is so brilliant, so sharp, yet so young, with so many questions. And what is she seeing in me? Is she seeing determination? Is she seeing the willingness to fight despite all odds? And I think the answer is yes. Thank you, baby, for pushing me. Thank you. I want to thank my mom, who's also here. Thank you so much. Honestly, let me just say, she's been my chief campaigner. She has walked into markets. She's done all that. So my campaign team in the academy, you had a very strong person also working for you in Taita Taveta. Thank you also to my aunties, my cousins, to all my relatives. I want to also appreciate the county of Taita Taveta today, which is represented here by the leadership of the county. And I'd like to take note of my home MCA, who is also the Deputy Speaker of the County Assembly of Taita Taveta, Honorable Anseli Mwadime. Thank you so, so much for coming. At the same time, there is Honorable Joseph Molega, who's also my home MCA. I have 2 homes. Thank you very much. As you can see, these are 2 male MCAs who have come to support me. And let me mention one thing, that in my support, yes, the women were there because it is Miss President, but I was so surprised to see that we actually have male champions who stood out in this journey for me. So thank you very much for representing Taita Taveta County. And I want to thank the whole county for standing with me. I have seen unimaginable levels of support from the county. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to our able trainers. Thank you for shaping us. We don't take it for granted. And I can dare to say that the person that I was when I came into this academy is not the person that I am today. And definitely I am not going to be the same person. To the judges, Janjeri, Daktari, Judge Zippy, you have done an incredible job. You know what? You kept making those comments. You kept giving us that feedback. And sometimes we felt like, oh, why did they have to say that? But it has grown us. It has shaped us. And you pushed us beyond limits we did not imagine we could get to. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Media Focus on Africa. Thank you very much, Standard Group. Thank you very much, the donors, the European Union, the UN Women, the Canadian government. Thank you very much to each and every person who has believed in not only myself, but all of these 6 women. And let me take this timely opportunity to congratulate my able competitors and the leader, the winner for this contest, Angel Mbuthia, Bina Maseno, and the rest of us. And one thing that I said in my campaign as I finish is that the one very important thing that citizens can do is actually to cast their votes and cast their votes right. And I want to remind you that even as you come to every election cycle, that is the biggest responsibility that you have. Remember, sovereignty belongs to the people. And when you send the leaders out there like you have sent us out, you're giving us a social contract to represent you. And I'm here to confirm that you will not be disappointed, that we begin work from right here and right now. Let's make policies that work. Let's make policies that have impact, that are sustainable, and let's make a change. And if you make a change in one person's life, it doesn't matter. That one person, eventually the whole world will be changed. So thank you very much for believing in me. And one more thing, Media Focus on Africa. I'd like to just make a mention. Dr. Ken, I don't know if you're here tonight. Dr. Ken. Thank you very much. He was our psychologist throughout the Miss President Academy. And the reason why I'm talking about Dr. Ken is because I am a mental health champion. You might not know, but for those of you who have been watching the shows, you might notice some gap somewhere where I was missing. And there was a time for a week that I was at Chiromo Mental Health Hospital. I'm a person who actually battles depression and anxiety disorder, and I stand here today and I choose to speak about it. Much as it might look like it's a very personal thing, I think that mental health is a very real issue, and I thank Media Focus on Africa for actually considering having a psychologist on site throughout this. And I want to encourage every other person who is dealing with that. I want to encourage every boss, every person who has employees, please look into their mental health. I don't want to say much or much more because I've already said much. Thank you very much and God bless you. Asanteni sana.
Miss President, Kwale County, Nurul Mohammed.
Good evening. It's been quite a day, and I'm so happy, honestly. First, for you people attending, because I don't know, we wouldn't have a show without all of you, so thank you so much for turning up. To my fellow contestants, this whole experience has been quite a challenge, especially when you're surrounded to intellectually fertile women from all over this country. It's not easy. We have come so far, and any one of us deserved to have won. So for Angel to have taken it home, congratulations, darling. Nachotaka kusema leo, kwa ndugu zangu wa Kenya mliohudhuria, tumefanya kazi ngumu sana na haikuwa mchakato wa rahisi, sio kwetu sisi, lakini pia kwa wale waliotupigia kura. Asanteni kwa sapoti yenu, kwa kutuonyesha kwamba mnatuamini, na kusimama hapa leo sio jambo la rahisi, haswa kwa mtoto wa kike. Nikiwa hapa leo, ningependa kutambua mambo kadhaa. Mojawapo ni kwamba safari inaanza na kujiamini. Na mimi nilikuja kwenye changamoto hii nikiwa najiamini sana. Kwa sababu nilijua ninawakilisha wasichana wengi sana ambao labda wanashindwa kujitolea na kujitokeza kwa sababu ya vipingamizi tofauti tofauti. Leo hii tuko hapa, and I'm getting emotional because honestly this was not something I expected to have achieved. And I know going forward, there'll be so many girls who would now come out of their shell, and try out. And I want to advise them. And we actually share a character with the sitting president. We get emotional when we're overwhelmed, so it's nothing bad. And I want to advise them that opportunities do not wait for you. You have to come out. And the moment you come out, you would be surprised at what the world is willing to do to embrace you. So don't sit at home, mjitokeze, mutafute nafasi katika kila uwezo. I've been doing a campaign talking about the creative economy, empowerment, and inclusion. Because I believe the bottom, Judge Michael calls them the bottom millionaires, but the bottom, more than 3/4 of our community is very much capable of contributing to the economic transformity of this nation. We just need to provide them that opportunity that some of us are enjoying from this platform. And now that I'm here, I'm going to be an ambassador of ensuring that the other women who didn't get this opportunity also have someone to count on. So I'm coming back to the community, an empowered woman, a woman who understands clearly what her journey is, because I have so much clarity. And I know exactly what I need to do to the community. So thank you so much. I want to recognize the campaign team. We had the campaign team from different parts of Kenya. We had team from Isiolo, Makueni. We had team from Nairobi. Patricia, thank you so much. We had from Meru, and we had Agatha all the way from Wasingishu. And we also have my husband in the house, as usual. And obviously, family, friends, and everybody who's in the house who contributed to my journey coming here, whether it is through votes, whether it is through text messages, thank you so much. Thank you. And last but not least, to the judges. The judges have seen things you guys did not see on TV. The trainers have seen people cry. You've not seen me cry yet. But they've been patient. They were not just judges and trainers, they were also parents. And they used to bring out the best out of us. And standing here with the confidence of speaking my mind without feeling the fear that somebody is going to say something back from publicity. You've seen us on campaigns on social media saying everything we needed to say without worry or bother. It takes a lot for someone to put you on the platform like that without you being afraid of what anybody else would say. So judges, you've done a good job. We are going to carry this forward. We will invite you to our counties and our places where we are working to ensure that that kind of knowledge also transforms more lives. And also to the production team, Poleni, sometimes we over-glam and it's not good for the lighting. Sometimes we are complaining, we have to cut shots because we are hungry and all those things. Ladies, when ladies are there, you understand what happens. But today we are here, we are a unified team. I'm living here knowing we were told that your network is your net worth. And I'm living here knowing I know 50 women who will not make me strangers to those counties, who are intellectually very competent. And I can assure you, when we discuss in our platforms, we'll be discussing issues from an informative point of view. And that is no mean feat for the generation that is existing in this country and what is coming after. My dad always says, when you educate a girl, you've educated a generation. So these are generations of women you have supported that is going to translate into so many families thinking differently, not being bound by either ethnic or tradition or cultural bounds, but they are going to be women who are ready and willing to embrace change, to provide platforms for girl children, men, and any other person in the community who's feeling vulnerable because they have learned and they have seen better. So thank you so much for being here tonight. I wish you all the best. Tukutane mashinani, tufanye kazi. Asanteni.
And we have Miss President, Siaya County, Pauline Onguko.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, daughter. That's my daughter. Thank you. Let me start by, that's actually Judge Zippy's child. She's at KCA. Let me start by thanking God for this far that I've come. What my competitors are not saying is that when you come expecting a win and you don't win, that is also a feeling. So I can't say that it's a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. But it happens. There is a winner and a loser. Serio? Yes. I want us to be very sincere on that. I want to really appreciate the judges. For me, I think what I appreciated in the academy is that regardless of the age, the judges pushed you to your best. So today, standing here, they pushed me to some levels that I think even my county knows that I'm better. So I want to appreciate County 041. Thank you, Governor, for the opportunity you gave me to be here. I also want to appreciate the 700 women who went forth to apply, and the 50 who went to the academy, and ultimately the 6 of us. And thank you for the winners and the runners-up. It is my belief that this should not just be the end of it. Asha said that success is not a destination but a journey. And so we have a journey to make this country better. We have a journey to prove that this was not just a show. And I want to plead with the winners, just like if it were me, that let it be a proof that we were here to tell this nation that the time has come for women to be given an opportunity to lead. You have seen me in the show maintaining this color. I lead an initiative that I do it using my own resources known as Motisha Dada. From one little girl who came to me and told me she has been studying in the toilet because they're in a one-room house. The mother has to get a man to spend every day so that they get money. Today, that lady has gone back to school. The mother is doing business. And for me, that is success, and it is an achievement. So I know she's watching me. I want to tell her, baby girl, next time we expect you also to be here. For all those who voted for us, your vote never went in vain. Out home there, I know there's so many watching, even my pastor, thank you for your prayers, but this is actually what we call democracy. And as I live tonight knowing that, Pauline, I still have better things that I can do to make this nation better. I need to hold somebody's hand. And to my family, my husband is not here because my son is supposed to be prayed to tomorrow. He's sitting for his exams. It is not a loss. Thank you because of the time. You showed that you're a voice of men outside there. To my parents, my dad and my mom, you did your best, and I want to appreciate you this night and say that thank you for taking me to school. So that is why I've always maintained 2 names, Pauline Onguko Odongo. Onguko is my dad, he paid the school fees. Odongo is my husband, he paid the dowry. So I'm proud of those men in my life. God bless you guys. Thank you.
Now, we did say that some of the contestants from Miss President Season 1 are actually in the National Assembly. So, kindly welcome Honorable Irene Mayeka.
Thank you very much. The last time I was on this stage when I was giving my vote of thanks, I ended up crying, breaking down. So it's very nostalgic to be back on this stage and see these amazing young women who are top 6. And I just want to congratulate them. To Frida, Pauline, Nuru, congratulations. To Milka, who is the second runners-up. That money you've gotten, I should have also gotten last time. Can we share? But congratulations. To Bina. Bina, you should tell these people you're from Nairobi and Nyamira County. Congratulations to you. I'm so proud of you. I've seen the journey you've gone through, and I am immensely proud of you. I know you can do much more. And to my baby, where is she? Angel, Miss President, congratulations. The SG of Daughters of Raila. We are very proud of you. Congratulations to you. And to the rest of the contestants, please do not stop using the title Miss President. I can tell you for a fact, for some of us, it is what has made us to get to where we are. Continue using that title, because one day, I can assure you, we will have a president who is a female in this country. And as someone said, While I was coming, I was on my way here because we had a delay. We had elections at the National Parliament. I had someone mention that one day it will be the men who will be out there challenging for the 2/3 gender. Because guess what? The women of Kenya are coming after you. So congratulations. Keep winning. If you need our help out there, if you need to reach out to people, please do let us know, because we are so proud of this Miss President, and we are still requesting the sponsors. Please, let's have season 3 as soon as possible so that this momentum can keep going. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that we have now come to the end of Miss President Season 2, the grand finale. We now have 2 Miss Presidents here with us. We have the Miss President from Season 1, Nerea, and Miss President from Season 2, Angel. And I want to give yourselves a round of applause here in the auditorium. And if you're at home, thank you for watching. And yes, we'd love to have a Miss President Season 3. But, like we like to say, you never really know. But now, at least, we know. Thank you, God bless, and be safe.
Check 2. Before we leave, we need to award them